Right, off we go, and hopefully we should be able to at least see something. We seem to be able to see something. That's always a good thing.
Well, as far as I can tell, I can see the menu and I can hear you, so...
So yeah. Should be about right. Let me just pop this in here though. And do this. There we go. Right, so... I have no idea what to say, but basically, since the last time I streamed this game, I beat it. And... yeah. It went even more crazy in the end than it started out.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. So now I'm in premium free adventure. It's time to go wherever I want and do whatever I want to do. Just like the end of Saints Row 2. What this basically means is that we can hop to pretty much any point in the story and we can do all these side activities and just play around. We can play golf, mahjong, go fishing, beat people up, hit up the casino, the karaoke bar.
All of the fun things to do during a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, well at the moment in Premium Adventure the entire city is actually available, so there are no zombies. Also, I am the most American Yakuza on the entire block. Check me out, bro. You know you wanna touch this. Oh, and since you haven't, none of you have probably seen it yet, Kiryu uses a anti-materiel rifle as his unique weapon, and I've sort of upgraded that, so it does 2000 damage per shot. It's pretty neat, actually. Right, so what was I doing anyway? Nothing really. I should go pick up some new ammunition though, because I tried out the endless dungeon earlier and that chewed through my ammunition like nothing else, because seriously, I think I must have killed something like 2,000 or 3,000 zombies in one go. Let's see, anti-materiel ammo. And I think that's pretty much everything we use, so yeah. As you can tell, I also have loads of money. So we can basically buy whatever the hell we please at the moment. Right, Magnus Lord has requested that I show off the pirate outfit, so I suppose that we'll just hop off and do that first. Because it's pretty awesome actually. It's pretty awesome. So right, once you're in Premium Adventure like I am now, a new building opens up and you basically go there to access all of the premium functions, such as just changing the time of day, changing where you are in the story, etc, etc. It's all the way over here. In the processes shop. You can freely switch between different characters, and as you see I've already activated secondary outfits for most of them. Akiyama gets a really neat little gangster outfit, Gora can put a basically be a Rambo, and Majima doesn't actually have such terribly strange or silly feats actually. It's more like his ordinary clothes, and suddenly pirate outfit. Which really makes no sense. I'll chat with this guy. What do you have to offer? Oh, hey! Scenario battle slip. We can go back and fight earlier bosses, apparently. Oh, that's neat. And we can also activate last adventure mode, which means we go back to the last segment of the current playable character where all side quests are still available. So you can do all of the side quests without having to worry about starting a new game, and that is really, really nice. I really, really appreciate that. Right, so we can also bring Haruka out to just have fun around town, but Jesus Christ, girl, you're 14 years old already. Stop behaving like a kid. Alright, so when do we want to head out anyway? Daytime, evening or night? It's just basically the lighting that changes. Let's go for our evening stroll. So, Shining, talk to me, man. Have you ever actually played any of the Yakuza games?
Well, as far as I know, I own the first 3 Yakuza games. The only problem is, I'm still playing the first Yakuza and never got around to finishing it. And then, of course, so the thing was, I just basically bought Yakuza 2 and Yakuza 3 so that I wouldn't have to worry about them going out of print when I finally managed to finish the first Yakuza. Of course, I never got around to it. And of course, the bitch of it is, I've recently read that Sega's planning on releasing a HD collection of the first 2 Yakuza games now, so...
Yep. So it was all for naught in the first place. But yeah, the first game is basically the most difficult one to finish because it is so hilariously stiff. It is ridiculously stiff in everything that's going on. Alright, so...
And I kinda... I don't know, I suppose there wasn't really all that much point in it anymore when Majima didn't show up all that much anymore.
Yeah.
It was honestly the best part.
Especially in the first game is amazing since it's Mark freaking Hamill.
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with that guy.
Eat every food item, and this guy on the left might have something, yeah, like some freaking Alka-Seltzer. Jesus. Right, let's see. I'm trying to desperately remember where the hell you actually access different outfits. Shit, where is that? I am completely lost already. Loading screens. Do you think these will be a thing of the past now in 2012? If you're running on a terrible engine, I guess there's really not that much to do. Let's head into the club so you can play a crane game. Shenmue style, doing nothing at all. Oh hey! It's all Monkey Ball. Nice. Let's see, I go for this one, I think. Come on, come on. Oh! And before anyone asks, no, it is not possible to skip the animations. You have to watch it go and go and go and go and go and go. Because this is a realistic simulation. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Come on. No. Oh, 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 hey! Nice! I guess we can go for a second one. I'm not sure what I would actually do with it, but... Now, Elliot, it is possible to win at Japanese crane games, especially if you're paying 500 yen a go. Seriously. Besides, I'm an arcade pro. Right, nice. Well, that went far better than expected, actually. Oh shit, right, they actually have Boxelius 2. I haven't played Boxelius 2 yet. There is a extremely difficult trophy in the third game, I believe, where you have to beat a certain high score in the Boxelius game. And the first time I tried, I think, wow, I'm doing really, really well. And then I actually came to the high score list and I realized I was like in place 97 or something and you needed to be 30 or higher. So, how does Boxelius work? Well, basically you have to land a shot at the enemy weak point, which is usually hidden somewhere within the craft. And you're on a time limit. The first 2 seconds after that whole introduction is done, time does not actually tick down. So if you can defeat an enemy within 2 seconds, you don't lose any time at all. And that is really what you're supposed to do with every single enemy. But it gets more and more difficult as the damn things get bigger and bigger and start moving in more and more random patterns.
So it's not exactly very easy then, is it?
No. It starts out easy and then it just goes insane after a while.
Well, for some tiny mini game that they put in there, it does look rather nice.
It is actually a real game.
Oh.
The Boxelius series is an actual arcade game, and this game is also network enabled, which means that you can compete online for high scores. Get down here so I can actually shoot you, you bastard. As you can tell, some enemies basically start in a position where it's difficult to actually get at them. So you'll end up not actually having a chance to hit their weak point in the first place.
Yeah, looking at it, I don't know, is it only possible to move left and right and not up and down?
Yeah, pretty much. You're sort of locked into moving in certain patterns.
That could certainly get annoying if they decide to start off a lot higher than you.
Let's see if we can break... Yeah, there we go. 1 million points! I have no idea what the high scores are like in this one, though. I don't think... And they actually fixed that for the trophies in this one, because in both Yakuza 3 and 4 there are a lot of just ridiculously stupid trophies, like, hey, beat the highest difficulty batting game without missing and shit like that. Which is the sort of thing you'll spend weeks on, no matter how good you are. But in this game it's more like, hey, try out all of the different Boxelius versions and get a bronze trophy, and that's a shitload more doable, actually. And a lot more fun, if nothing else. Let's see if we can break 2 million. Oh, there we go. That was actually rather nice. Should also be noted that when that little level counter hops up to show you which level you're on, you can also see the size of the enemy and how it's designed. You can see that this one example says 5 by 2 by 8, so you have a general idea of what it actually looks like before it even appears on screen. But there's a really neat little detail I like. Get over here, you bastard. You'll pay for what you did to Steve Irwin.
Yeah, that honestly still gets me. Pretty much spent his entire life basically pissing off crocodiles, alligators, whatever the hell, and
then
in the
suddenly...
end, the thing that takes him out is a stingray.
Yeah. That didn't really actually intend to kill him either. It just basically randomly snapped its tail at him and it managed to hit him right in the freaking heart. I mean, what are the odds? Man, Steve Irwin. You were insane in the best way. Oh, looks like we might be running out of time. Ah. Level 48. Well, that's not too bad. Almost halfway. Let's see how we stack up. Oh, holy shit. I'm in first place. How the hell did that happen?
Maybe the ghost of Steve Irwin was looking out for you?
I guess. And of course it's a new record. I've never played the game before. Jeez. Well, hey, there you go. First place in the localized scores. I wonder if that actually nets you anything. Nope. Yes, I am aware of the online rankings. Thank you very much. Please stop telling me about that. I would like to change the prices in the left-hand UFO catcher, please. Now this is actually a thing that you can do in Japan. You can ask them to move the prices and or replace them with different ones. You can't really do that in Europe. Or the US, or anywhere else. And oh my god, look at the puppies! Look at the puppies! Oh my god, they're so cute. I want one. Which one are we going for?
I say go with the one.
Man, I'll go for the one in the middle first. Come on, come on, come on. Wait, hold on. They changed the entire model of the UFO catcher. What the hell? Wait, those are two separate ones? Wait, I thought it was one plushie, but it was actually two of them? Wow, I am a freaking pro, bro. Jeez. Okay. Shit, I thought this was the big version that was basically both dog and puppy, and then there were just puppies on the left, but hey. Goddamn. That worked out nicely.
I don't know, I remember seeing something similar to that in an anime, but in that one it was cats.
Yeah, the Neko as it's usually called, which literally translates into cat and kitten. Oh. Oh, really? How did it get further back when it fell out as it was moving forward? You dicks. I'm getting exasperated about digital crane games. Ask me how I'm doing. Come on. Whoa, what the hell? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, actually, Lurkopter might have a point there. I mean, you'd think Kazuma, after a while, would just simply punch the cabinet open.
Well, actually, he's a really nice and honorable guy, so that is probably the one thing he wouldn't do. And here we have the one thing in the games in 4 and that's all that isn't localized, the answer X answer. Because it's basically a Japanese culture speed quiz, and the localization team said that it would probably take twice as long to localize that as it did to localize the rest of the entire game. So they decided not to. They just removed the action zone. And I don't blame them. What I do blame them for, however, is that they took out Mahjong and Shogi in the third game.
Yeah,
Fucking why? That pissed me off to no end. Half of the fun with playing a Yakuza game, in my opinion, is sitting down to play Mahjong.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people being pissed off about that. And then
With
there was the
good
problem that they
reason,
apparently
I mean,
missed
shit.
taking out a couple of bits of dialogue where characters actually mention various activities you can do that they've taken out.
Yeah, they actually had a side quest where you were supposed to play Mahjong, only that since the Mahjong was taken out, they tried to remove it, so the guy just talked to you and asked for help in a Mahjong match, and then Kiryu went okay and walked away.
Mission complete.
Yeah, pretty much. Here we go, hell yeah. Let's see, I think do I actually have any Mahjong sticks? I was playing some earlier, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's check our valuables. Yeah, I currently have 8,400 points. I managed to work my way up to roughly, I think it was 67,000 from 30,000. Then I spent the Mahjong sticks on prizes. Let's just pick up a 25,000 points worth and get on with it. Howdy kids, mind if I join in? Alright, first things first, we're going to have to set the rules. I like to play with Red Dora, but I can understand if we don't want that now, because it's sort of difficult to explain. Let's not use those, and we'll play only a quarter game, because otherwise it's going to take too long. Right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be honest here. I never understood Mahjong.
If you never
Just
played
couldn't figure it
Mahjong, yeah. If you haven't figured it out yet, then I simply don't blame you. Let's see. Also a fun thing, the localization team didn't actually change the sprites for the tiles, so... The character tiles, I sure as hell hope you know that this is a 5. And that this is an 8, because otherwise you are in deep shit.
Those are supposed to be numbers? Look
Yep.
like black and red squiggly lines to me.
Yeah, the red actually means 10,000. So we have 30,000, 50,000, 50,000 and 80,000, and this is a 40,000 tile. He's got a Pong of Dragons, which means that he is guaranteed at least one multiplier, and that is a bad thing. Let's cut this wind. If you're curious why I'm not grabbing those chows that are popping up, it's because that will actually ruin your hand in the Japanese scoring system. So they are literally just trying to trick you at this point. Oh, here we go. that turns up and shows that, oh crap. Right, you notice that they flipped a tile in the center of the screen there. That is a Dora indicator, and what it means is basically that the next tile following that one in the tile order gives you a ×2 multiplier on your final score. And those stack. And stack. And stack. And stack. And stack. Which means that it is entirely possible to build up the sort of completely, absolutely ludicrous score that you can end the game in a single hand if you get really lucky. This is not possible in the Chinese style Mahjong though, but the Japanese just really like the idea of someone suddenly losing every single thing they own in one go. They're silly like that. Right, not many tiles left, and oh, crap. We dealt into it.
Straight flush. Oh, wait.
Yep, and he had the white dragons that then became the Dora tiles or multiply tiles, which means that this is one hell of a fucking hand he's got here. Jesus fucking Christ, 18,000 points. That pretty much ends the game in one go. Okay, yeah. Everyone starts with 25,000 and I just lost 18,000. You can imagine what that does to the general dynamic of the game. Let's see, let's try something completely different now. I'm going to cut all the bamboo tiles and keep the character tiles, because you need to have a valid hand after a... oh, hello. An Ipatsutsuma. Well, screw you, I guess. Welp. Huh. Anyways, what I was about to say was that in the Japanese Mahjong, since the possible scores are so ridiculously high, you have to follow certain rules when constructing your hand. And one of those rules is to have tiles of only one suit and honors. Honors then being winds and dragons. So that was sort of what I was planning for, but the game ended before I even had a chance to start, so yeah. If all of this makes no sense whatsoever to you, don't worry. It's not supposed to, I was about to say, but... Mahjong is very much an acquired taste. I love it though. I think it's an absolutely wonderful game. Except for one big problem, at least when you're playing it digitally, is that the people writing the AI for Mahjong games tend to just take the shortcut of making the AI cheat hilariously noticeably. I'm not talking like low level, oh they take a peek at your hands. I'm talking, oh hey, you actually for the first time got something that looks like you might be able to win. Sorry, I draw 6 tiles in a row that are exactly what I need and now I have 1. Fuck off. This tends to happen repeatedly as well. Oh dear lord.
Well, on the bright
Oh,
side,
but come on.
afterwards you can always punch them in the face. At least you'd be justified.
Yeah, the problem is that you can't actually do that. That's the thing. Alright, let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh, with 1 tile left. Thank you very much. It was a really shitty hand, but at least I won, and that's the thing.
It was also apparently worthy of speed lines.
Every time you draw a winning tile up, you get a really silly, overdramatic animation like that, but I like it. It adds some character to the game. Which it is definitely in sore need of, so I'll take that one, thank you. Alright, so now see that we flipped up a completely white door indicator, and that is the white dragon, and next in the order is the green dragon, and we have one of those, which means that we should desperately try to hold on to that, because every green dragon we have in our hand, if we manage to win, is a ×2 multiplier to our score. As you might have realized or noticed already, is that every time someone picks up a 4 of a kind, you flip up a new indicator, which can get insane in a hurry. It is entirely possible to build a hand that has something like 16 Doras, which means that the game is instantly over if you win. Because you basically win more points than everyone else has combined. Oh, here we go. Now this is actually looking really dangerous, by the way. Oh, there we go. Crap, he got it first. And he had our winning tiles as well. Well, crap. Seriously, Daredevil Taco, I hate you so much. I played a game against him earlier the other day, and basically he won 7 rounds in a row with some ridiculously complex hands, which meant that he was at roughly 93,000, I think, and somehow the rest of us were still playing. But there was no way to actually catch up. It was sort of silly.
Oh, Narcoctor... Sorry. Narcoctor would like to know if Masahiko III is supposed to be a reference to anything, or if it's just a silly name.
It is not really a reference, really. I suppose that the Sansei could be a reference to Lupin III, but I don't think it is in this case. They have pretty colorful names, a lot of them actually. See, I can get rid of that, I realize. It would be nice if we could draw a 3 of characters, because then we would have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in the same suit, and that's actually a valid way to build a hand. Really, that is the most complex part about actually starting to play the Japanese variant, is that you have to memorize all the legal ways to build your hand, and that actually takes some work, because there are dozens of them.
Yeah, I think I'll just stick to blackjack or something easier like that.
See, I did not want that. Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. We are indeed waiting now, so if someone could please put out the 3 of cards. Actually, let's reach. Reach is a unique thing to Japanese Mahjong in that you place down 1,000 points that you basically sacrifice, and then you are only allowed to draw and put down tile the tile that you draw. You're not allowed to make any changes to your hand, but if you win, you get an additional multiplier. It also starts this really rad music when you do it in this game. Oh, hello! Don't mind if I do. Now this is points right here. Now that's how you build a hand. To explain then, yeah. To explain then a quickie here, but reach is because we put down that score stick and said, yeah, I have a ready hand. Ippatsu means basically in one stroke, and that means that we drew the winning tile or picked up the winning tile for someone else before it was the next person's turn again, which means that it only went one circle around the table. Fully concealed hand, it means exactly what it means, basically, that we haven't revealed any of our tiles. The white dragon is a triplet of the white dragon, as you can see in the top right, and a pure double shao means that we have 1, 2, 3 of the same suite twice. And that is a mangan. A mangan, hilariously enough, means limit, because a limit hand is always worth 8,000 points in the standard version. Now, hilariously enough, limit doesn't actually mean anything, because you have double limit, quadruple limits, and octuple limit hands. A limit is just, what the so-called limit is basically just a limit on how closely you actually calculate the points. Because you can get something silly like 5,870 and so on, but there aren't actually score sticks with low enough denominators to give you that, so you usually cut it to the closest hundred, or once you get a limit hand or above, to the closest 2,000 instead. In any case, it was not quite enough to bump us up to second place, so we're in the shit. Because third place and fourth place have to pay basically just pay the first person a certain amount of points, while in the second place we would at least have been able to keep our points. So not only did we lose most of our points during the game, we also lost most of our remaining points after the game was done.
So basically, fuck Taku.
Yes, I hate that guy, seriously. I don't know if they placed a high-level player at the easy table just to screw with you, but every time he's in the game, I don't think he's lost a single time. He usually starts out by just pulling this completely retarded high-level hand that's worth 24,000 points, and then he just sits there for the rest of the game because no one can catch up. It's bullshit, I tell you. Bullshit.
So I guess he's just one of those guys that's got really good at a game and then just decides to stick around
Yeah.
with some of the newbies in order to feel superior and all that.
Yep. Now, as Lurkopper mentioned there, isn't Mahjong a huge gambling game? Yes, it is the gambling game in Japan. And if I remember correctly, in the mid-90s, more money was actually changing hands worldwide in Mahjong tournaments than it was in poker tournaments, which should give you a general idea of how much East Asia just loves the shit out of this game. Let's go grab a hamburger. I lost all my money at Mahjong, so I'll just go grab a hamburger to make myself feel better. Alright, what you got? I'll eat here. Like the lonely, poor, pathetic goon that I am. Okay, so, what are we grabbing? Let's see. Stewed pork burger, that sounds nice. And I'll probably grab a teriyaki set as well. And shit, an extra order of shaken fries, why not? $20 worth of fast food.
There's certainly worse ways to kill yourself.
There is. Yeah, that teriyaki smile is probably absolutely delicious. Shit, I'm getting hungry already. Yeah, this game is incredibly dangerous to play while you're hungry, because all the stores and restaurants are based on actual stores and restaurants in Kabukicho, which means that these are real places and they are digitalized pictures of actual served meals at those restaurants. So you just head into these really nice, like the Korean restaurant, the Kanrai and so on, and they basically just put up these amazing plates of finest grade A kalbi cuts, and you're just, why isn't this happening in real life? Why am I not eating all this food right now? This goes double for me, because I'm always hungry. Let's see, what's over here? Oh, hey. A 70s vintage shop. Too bad we can't actually pop in there. Let's see, I guess we could go into the strip club? But I don't know. Is that safe enough for work? I will save it for later. When I'm alone. What the heck is this place? Oh wait, it's in this building, sorry. This is, oh hey, this is Shine. Oh, it's not open for business in the Premium Free adventure. Oh. Oh. So we need to change into the last adventure mode in order to actually access it. That's a shame. Here's the best noodle place in all of Kabukicho though. Jesus Christ, this place is actually famous in all of Japan. Just this little backstreet place that serves absolutely amazing ramen. Well, since the hostess bar was closed, let's just go get drunk in a regular bar instead.
Hooray.
Like the American tourists we are. So the question is, do we go to the gay bar or the standard bar?
Well, I say you look flamboyant enough, so let's try the gay bar.
Right, let's see. I believe it's this one.
Honestly, I'm surprised that no one in the chat decided to link to that one music video of...
Hey, baby.
I don't know. How did that song go? I want to take you to a gay bar?
Yep. By Electric Six. Yeah. This transvestite chases you around town in a series of side quests in the third game. And it turns out that she, I suppose I should say, is actually a triplet as well. Alright, so what are we drinking? It's all the real stuff, so...
Well, from what I can remember, the first Yakuza, I'll just ask to be safe. None of the drinks have been spiked or anything, have they?
No, that bartender is actually dead.
Huh.
Let's just grab some shorter. I've never actually drunk that. Oh, sweet potato, hell yes. How about another? Yeah, sure, why the heck not? Give me a hibiki. 17 years old, please. Japan's premium whiskey. Who gives a shit? Just give me the alcohol. Ah, there we go. Now the controller actually has a heartbeat going on and shaking because we're drunk. And while drunk, we unlock certain attacks. And if there were zombies around, they would attack us more aggressively. Now, interestingly enough, in Yakuza 3, 4 and 4, there is basically no negative aspect to being drunk, because being drunk only has positive effects. Not entirely sure that is a good lesson to teach children playing video games, but sure, whatever.
You mean there are downsides to being drunk? First time I've heard of it.
Yeah, I know, right? Man, all these clubs. Here's Kanrai, by the way, that Korean restaurant. Man, they got some great food. So what next, I wonder? Do we head over to the batting cages? Go bowling, maybe? Maybe we should hit up the casino. We got money to spare, right? But I think that watching me flail around like an idiot in the batting cage is probably going to be more fun.
Yeah, I guess, and I think already the last time you streamed the game we've already seen that the casino is kind of bullshit.
Kinda bullshit. Alright, and on 1688 wants to know, do they chase you from the bar when you're drunk? Well, actually, if you drink too much, they basically say, I think you've had enough, son. And then you basically just leave. Let's see, the easy game. Sure, let's play the easy game. Let's do this. Now, here's the thing. Don't watch the ball. Don't watch the pitcher. It will only trip you up. What you need to watch instead is Kiryu's animation, because he makes a tiny little move exactly when he needs to strike. So that's what you are actually looking for. That, for example, was way too slow. And that was too early. Damn those curveballs.
Yeah, I can definitely remember having trouble with this in the first Yakuza.
Now then, this thing. Sort of hard to aim for, and if you miss it, it pops down. And this time, Kiryu didn't actually even do anything. He just stood there despite me pushing the button. I guess he didn't feel like it. Come on,
That
stop with the
sucks.
curveballs. Stop with the curveballs, damn it. God damn it. The visual lag is really throwing off my game here. There we go, let's see if we can hit it this time. God damn it. I am really showing off, aren't I? Apparently my X button isn't really behaving the way I would prefer it to behave. That is, actually doing what I tell it to do. Jeez. Then again, at least the batting cages in the third game onwards are not quite as bullshit as they are in the first and second game. The second game in particular is absolutely ludicrous, because then you don't actually get an animation to show when you're supposed to hit, so you sort of have to guess as the ball is coming towards you when you're supposed to hit. And yes, you can imagine that rarely works out in your favor.
Game design, everybody.
You're not kidding. Yep. 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 And on 1688 I actually have all right to blame the controller, because it's old, partially smashed, one stick is hanging sort of loose, the X button doesn't really pop up properly anymore, and I am playing with like 150 milliseconds of visual lag. Let's see, what's in
isn't
this
that also
one?
the same controller with the teeth marks?
Yep. Alright, here we go, the extra hard game, but wait, it's not open yet? Oh. How about the hard game then? Interestingly enough, I usually have a better time with the medium and hard games than I do with the easy one. See, oh wait, right, it's this one. Oh, crap.
And to answer your question, Lurkopter, yeah. The teeth marks were because of Dark Souls.
Yep. Let's see, we can just... Nope, too early. Yep, pressing the button and nothing is happening. Huh. Well, this is definitely a stunning display of ineptitude.
Yeah, I've seen
There we go. That's more like it. Jesus. Alright, let's just aim for the center instead. Ah, got you that time, asshole. Yep, that is a video pitching machine, and that person is no one else than the Hanshin Tigers lead pitcher. Celebrity cameo. He actually has a separate position in the credits, which I found absolutely hilarious. It actually said celebrity pitcher cameo, whatever it was. I found it really, really weird, but fun at the same time. God, dip, 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 dip. I am terrible at video games. Oh god, what? Wait, why did 2 light up? I wasn't even anywhere near it. Come on. See, I'm an equal opportunity complainer. If it works out into my favor and it's still not right, I also get annoyed. Welp. Actually got more points in this one than in the easy mode. The question is 1,300 points actually enough to get us a prize?
Probably not.
Probably not. Let's read the rules. What are the price levels anyway? Okay. I can't check it there, so I actually have to go check with the guy over here. Jeez, fine. Let's see, hard game, whoa, it starts at 1,800 points. Jeez. Try for an S rank or extra, ha ha ha, sure asshole, sure.
What the hell is a carbon nanotube?
It's basically an experimental new material that will bring out a complete industrial revolution. carbon nanotubes have the potential to be basically crafted in whatever shape you like. They're they're just a few atoms thin, but have the resilience of titanium steel. And in this game, you use them to make guns have camouflage paint on them. I guess.
That's it?
Well, yeah.
That seems like kind of a waste.
It really is.
It's not like the zombies are going to give a shit.
I see. Oh my god, I can't go golfing? Why can't I go golfing? Now I am very, very cross. Why am I not allowed to go play golf? Actually, come to think of it. Let's head down here anyway. And I wanted to play golf. Can we only go to the golf place from here, maybe? No. Why am I not being allowed to play golf? This is annoying me. I'm going to complain. Might be that you need to be in last adventure mode to go golfing, but that seems strange.
Well, considering that the game is made by rather strange people, I wouldn't put it past them.
I suppose I'm dressed too casually.
They just can't handle your patriotism.
America! Alright, so how are you assholes doing, huh? How you doing? I don't want to switch just yet. So how are you doing? No, you are not coming with me, because you are terrible. Oh wait, I suddenly realized, shit, it's evening, the golf club is probably closed is the thing. Need to hop back into free adventure mode and fix that. Sadly, I know you cannot bring Haruka out during the last adventure mode to get her eaten by zombies. Sorry. You can, however, pick up hostess girls and get them to fall in love with you, and then you can bring them into the zombie-infested hell hordes. And you get to decide how they dress. Which is sort of creepy. Shit, let us do some... Oh wait, we can invite Haruka to sing. No fucking way, game. I know what you're planning. None of that bullshit. I'm gonna sing Enka till my heart bursts. Let's see. Blah blah blah, rhythm game, right. Okay, let's see. You're just going to sing, of course. So, which one do we go for? Jeez.
I would have said go with the one with the silliest title, but all of them are pretty damn silly.
Yeah. This is the Kiryu song, at least. Oh shit, you actually pick belt out. Oh my god. Alright, let's see how well this will go. I'll just let Kiryu do his thing. Now, before anyone starts heckling me, do remember that I have a half-second sound delay currently. Karaoke Bozo. Yep, that's me, alright. Jeez. Oh shit. Wait, a zombie is in first place, but how? I don't understand.
Yes, this is the place where good taste goes to die.
I suppose.
And then it becomes a zombie.
Seriously, Infratop, had it actually been Toponare, then I would definitely have belted that out, but it's not. Though why they would license one of the image songs from Gunbuster, I have no idea. They should have, though. Right, screw all this zombie nonsense, I'm going golfing. Let's see, the closest taxi cab should be around there. They're offering up condensed milk lattes. Yes, now we can go to the golf course, at last! Hello, I am drunk. I would like to play some golf, please. I do not really need an explanation for something called the closest to the pin contest, because I've sort of have this niggling suspicion that I'm supposed to get the ball as close to the pin as possible, maybe?
I honestly never knew that golf was such a complicated sport.
Well, it isn't really.
Yeah, I suppose not. I mean, if I
Right.
can figure it out, it's definitely not complicated.
That is the way we need to go. Oh, hello. What the heck's that? Why is there suddenly some sort of flag marker on the... I don't get it. That's usually not there. In any case, we naturally need to get into the circles and get as close as possible. Depending on how near the middle you are, the more points you get. And of course, overshooting gives you nothing. So don't do that. And then of course you have to keep track of wind and so on, and well, generally you can just expect the game to treat you like a piece of shit.
So nothing new on that front then.
Yep. Same procedure as last year. This is also one of those golf simulation games that really suffers from the 90% power is 200 yards too short and 91% power overshoots sort of thing. So there's no real way to actually get proper precision in. Because it's sort of semi-random where the ball actually ends up. In any case, it's still worth playing because even the cheapest price is the same price in stores in the game as it is to participate in the closest to the pin contest. So even if you get 0 points, you are basically just buying a sports drink. Right, please do explain this time. Let me see, okay, tee off 10 balls, get close, holding one is worth 300 points, blah 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 blah. Right, would you like me to go with that again? No, definitely not, never again. And we're back, and right, so... a slight side wind. Right, let's see. The game now claims that was almost perfect. Let's see where we actually land. Oh, right! In the rough. Conclusion, don't trust the game. It's fucking bullshit. Even with a headwind of 5.5 meters a second, we still ended up in the same spot using the same power. Which tells us that either it doesn't actually do anything, or we are being messed with. So let's switch to a completely different club and just smack it in there, and oh hey, look at that! Basically what we learned from this is never trust a game because it wants you to lose.
And it'll probably kill you in your sleep when you give it a chance.
Probably. But I didn't actually hit the ball though. Why is there no way to just not strike? Seriously. Oh, hello. That went a lot better than I expected. This one too. Jesus Christ. What the hell? You actually earned yourself a proper prize now. Let's see if we can actually manage to maybe sneak up and... Hello, look at that. Absolutely splendid. That though was less impressive. Then I completely lost my form. Oh, really? We were 50 points short of the next level? Come on. Oh well, at least I won another Fizzy Magic jersey. What am I supposed to do with a Fizzy Magic jersey? Now, this might sound amazing here, improves heart function, allowing you to run slightly faster, but hey, guess what? It's only in chase mode, which means that hey, it's an accessory that basically just wastes an accessory slot unless you're in chase mode, which is incredibly rarely. Luckily, because chase mode is bullshit.
So, yeah. Yakuza Dead Souls, more like Yakuza Dead Bullshit.
Well, to be fair, all of the Yakuza games are bullshit in different ways.
Pretty much.
Well, that's basically just Japanese game design for you. They love it when a game is bullshit. Because in their culture, the idea of actual challenge doesn't so much exist as they just like the idea of being tromped upon by elephants and then slowly but surely growing strong enough to throw the elephant off. Because that is what all the media is all about. Some poor guy just suffering endless sadism from the universe, and then he reaches meager success at the end, and then everyone just cries in each other's arms because it is so good. Guess what, assholes? It's terrible. Yes, Elliot, Game Center CX is an excellent example, actually, of what I'm talking about. Wallaby, shit. I don't know. I'll play alone. Because I have no friends. How many frames? 3 or 10. Jesus, 3 frames. What's the fucking point? Okay, now, I'll say this much. I've only played the bowling ball minigame of a Yakuza game once before. So this will be very interesting. Huh, you hold it down to look at all the frames. That's interesting. Well, let's just place it roughly thereabouts. Okay. Looks pretty good to me. Yeah.
Not a bad start.
Put some spin on the bastard and... Oh, really? Come on. I feel I earned that one. Now, you might call it Wii Sports shite, Javelin, but I honestly have to say, having played this game and Wii Sports, that this is probably a far better simulation of bowling. than any Wii game has. Seriously.
I don't know, the only really kind of bowling minigame that I played was the one that came with Tekken Tag Tournament.
Well...
And even then I usually just bowl to the audience.
Ah, crap.
Because I'm a dick.
Yeah, throw bowling balls at people. That's actually what you're supposed to do in the other Yakuza games. There's even a special attack if you're using a bowling ball that just lets you slam it into people by rolling it into their shins, which is absolutely wonderful. I like how it just sits there for a while and lets you watch the one still standing one, like ha 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 ha. You suck at video games. Well, screw you, game. I don't even give a shit. Still on track. On track to what, Kiryu? You're standing alone playing bowling, for crying out loud. Oh, come on. "100% pure power, but middling accuracy." Man, it started so well. I think it's in Yakuza 3 there's this ridiculous... The basic trophy for the bowling is that you're supposed to get a turkey. And then in Yakuza 4 it's something absolutely silly like get 200 points or something like that, which is absolutely ludicrous in every way. Sergeant Javelin, you jest about zombies' rights, but in this game there is actually an organization protesting for zombie rights, and they have several side quests attached. Right down the middle, baby. Oh, here we go. Oh no. Shit, I might actually completely miss this time. God damn. Oh. Jesus Christ, we're going to get the exact same split again, aren't we? Oh, not this time apparently. Let's just use the spin instead. See what kind of crazy shit we can pull. Yeah, that is some pretty impressive spin. Not bad at all, Kiryu. Got a knack for this shit. I also really like that it doesn't as much bowl as sort of throw the damn thing. And it just happens to roll along the ground. 158 points. 10 frame game. Not the best result, but not half bad either. Oh hey. We got a souvenir for getting a decent score. How nice of them. Thank you. Now see, that's customer service. That is what brings people back. And Staminan is, in fact, a real sports drink. So, yeah. Product placement ahoy! Oh wait, shit, right. We're right next to the pachinko. Let's play some pachinko. Because that is the stupidest fucking thing. I honestly have no idea how anyone can enjoy pachinko.
I don't know, I keep hearing about it, that it's really popular, but...
It is one of the... Seriously, it's like the people's game of Japan. They play hundreds and hundreds and billions of balls every year. Alright, machine number 33, let's go. So, how does pachinko work? Well, you pour these metal ball bearings into a hole, and then they are flung into the playing area, and then you have to land them in a certain thing, and then a spinner starts, and then... yeah. And yes, Elliot, this is a real pachinko machine. In fact, this is the digital rendition of a real pachinko machine that is actually sold as separate software. They've just imported it into the game. Let's buy 250 balls. Switch up our speed, and here we go. Now what you want to do is adjust your speed so as many balls as possible fall into that little middle thing where it says fight. Because every time one falls in there you get one little red square, and if you fill up all the red squares you go into multi-spin mode. What is the point of multi-spin mode? Well, you get more chances at a jackpot, basically. Then you have to be ready to actually, you know, press the button and shit. Come on, stop it, stop it. Oh no. Failure! Right, let's keep spinning. Now, imagine the sound of these balls falling only approximately 3 or 4 times as loud as they are in real life, and then you put 3,000 such machines in one room and have roughly half of them going at any given time. That is what the Japanese pachinko experience is like.
I don't know, do these places also offer earplugs?
They do sell earplugs, yes. And I advise you that if you ever go in there, get some, because that noise is ridiculous. Slowly but surely running out of balls.
That reminds me, I really need to get that new Virtua Fighter game.
The one good thing about this little sequence is that we might remind someone that, hey, Virtua Fighter is a pretty neat game. And no, I'm not buying any more balls. Should also be noted that the game ends immediately after you run out of balls, which it doesn't actually do in real life. Because you still have spins left.
Well, honestly, in real life, if I had no balls left, I certainly wouldn't want to live anymore.
Well, that was Pachinko, and I'm just going to say this. Of the dozen or so times I have tried the Pachinko machines in the various Yakuza games, I have never won a single time. Not once. I have poured thousands of balls down these things and never won anything. And say, oh wait, right, we actually have some nice little tokens here, okay. Let's just use a high win rate token and see what happens. Yes, Sudden Javelin, I gave Kiryu one of his alternate costumes. Because it's hilarious.
Oh, Sai just sent me a message. He wants to know if it's alright if he can join the call.
What's that? Sayafa wants to join in?
Uh-huh.
Jeez. Let's see, wait. How did I actually... Oh. Up and down to spin. But why? Well, I guess if you want to invite him, feel free. So how do I make the damn thing stop? Let's see here. Oh, circle, square, and X. That didn't work at all.
I want to see more Pachinko.
No, you don't.
I think everyone wants to see more Pachinko. Just to see more drunken guy dancing around like an idiot. Oh yeah, Skype's in the way.
Oh, is the Skype call... Oh,
Hey, there's me.
yeah, there's you.
Oh, side of you.
Yeah, I'll just get rid of that. Hold on, sorry. Wow. There we go.
So, I'm not very well on slots. Why is there a second thing?
Because magic.
Okay, fair enough.
Basically, Japanese slots are almost exclusively the kind that you stop yourself. Because they don't like the randomness of the regular kind.
Where you can actually end up winning sometimes.
Seriously,
That's
what
so
the hell
close.
is up with that moon? Is it desperately trying to look... I don't know...
Arabic.
What the heck is that facial expression? I don't understand.
But yeah, I believe that's, Arabic. Not sure.
Well, since the machine is called King Camel, it seems likely, right?
Oh, well, and there is a...
Oh
lamp
shit!
next to it.
King Camel has arrived! For a moment, and then it disappeared. Now that strange moon thing is there. This is also a real machine, as I'm sure you understand.
Product
Oh, shit.
placement.
Victory, it says.
You won it.
Oh shit, what's going on? Oh god. Is it free spin time?
Random kanji.
So do I actually stop these things, or...? I have no idea what's going on. Do I have to... Was I supposed to push a button to stop those or something? I have no idea. Another are dancing camel heads and get, and oh god, what is going on?
Get. So many lights.
Sammy, what is wrong with you? Why do you make weird machines? They bother me.
It's a Cylon! Or Kit from Knight Rider.
One of the two, right?
Yep. I'm going with Kit. Of course Japan is nightmares for the epileptic.
I was about to say that they sort of pride themselves on that. Rooting out all weakness, be it genetic or otherwise.
Even if it's not that person's fault.
Yeah, I guess
Of course
that's
it is.
pretty much the thing with Japan and all that. When it comes to people everywhere else, we call it a tragedy. Over there, they call it natural selection.
Of course, we also call it that when people stick things in light sockets and end up getting nearly killed. No, wait, we just call that hilarity.
Other people getting hurt is always funny, or so I've been told.
When they do it and do stupid things that cause it, it is.
See, I actually have shitloads of tokens. God damn it. I thought that this was about to be over, but apparently we still had shitloads left to work with.
Bet it all.
I'm desperately trying to.
Stop dancing, Star Moon Man.
I think it's supposed to be a moon woman, actually. Since the word for moon in Japanese tsuki can also be a lady's name.
Yeah, but what's it in Arabic?
The Japanese don't know or they don't care.
And yet they make King Camel.
Oh shit, what's going on? Please stop randomly moving things, it gets me really worried. It's like, seriously, it's like I'm missing something, that I'm failing to understand something, and I just randomly press the buttons and hope for the best.
Isn't that 90%
Pretty
of
sure
games,
that's how you
though?
play pachinko.
Well, that is true, but this is slots.
I'm pretty sure that's also slots.
Well, in this case, I guess. Oh, too close, too close.
Twice. Really?
But
Jeez,
close is not enough. Oh
Apparently,
god, now they're going in the opposite direction. A pig appeared and suddenly everything is going in reverse.
Troll pig. Leave it to the Japanese to make a game of slots not incomprehensible. Yep, just about. Great, you've got more tokens again.
Yeah, I was about to say, shit, I'm actually coming out on top. This is sort of worrying.
And then the machine just kind of explodes.
I also like to say it spins from last jackpot. I have no memory of any jackpots, thank you very much. God damn it, I wish I would lose quicker so that I can turn this game off.
Except you can't. You're winning.
It just
Is there, like, a
keeps
payoff to
happening!
this? Is there a payoff list? You can check or something?
I don't think so.
Is there a user's manual?
I don't know if there was. It probably just says hit buttons and shit happens.
Yeah, I mean,
Hit buttons, enjoy
yeah, these are
epileptic
basically the
fits.
instructions here. Hey, just do shit, and the view rules, okay. Slipping reels, random reels, trick reels, what the hell are you even on about?
Yeah.
The fundamentals of spectacular action.
I wish it was in English. Maybe it'd make more sense.
I'm pretty sure that
Random
there's
reels,
some
assist
sort
on-
of sex guide that has that title.
I have no idea what all of this means, so I'm just going to keep pulling the damn lever and hope for the best. Shit! Why do I keep winning? Never before has it pissed me off so much to be winning at a game. This is
What
not
is the
what I
point of
asked
the
for.
top slot?
I think that you can get a... if those match up, I think you go into bonus mode or something. I'm not entirely
Okay.
sure.
Stop winning, Arthur. Can't you just cash out?
I'm not sure.
Well, you did put a bunch of spins in, so maybe you've got to go through those first.
Yeah, I don't think I can actually get my credits out of the damn thing. Not that it matters all that much, because we're actually ahead on tokens. Jesus Christ.
Good. Cash out, get some money.
Oh shit, here we go,
items.
here we go. They started moving again. And that made us win, again. Fuck.
Yep, that's a thing.
I know that I used a high win ratio token, but come on, this is ridiculous.
At this point,
Usually
it really does seem like it's deliberately keeping you in a game so you can't stop.
Yeah, but it's sort of troublesome because I'm supposed to be switching over to a simulator soon enough.
You still got half an hour.
What happens if I press all the buttons at the same time? Then it
Nothing.
just... Yeah, it just prioritizes the left one first. Bullshit.
The only winning move is to keep playing you.
God damn it. Can I at least get a jackpot or something so that we can see something rad happen instead of just slowly building up tokens?
With bells. You're actually just sending bells to Gradius Dimension.
I see.
What the Christ is that?
It's a living teapot of some kind. Don't ask, because I don't know. Now then, since we're busy playing this anyway, I might as well mention it, that in Japan, gambling for money is actually illegal, which means that both pachinko and slots don't actually pay out in cash, they pay out in tokens, all of them.
And
And
then the
tokens,
token could be
yeah.
converted into cash.
No, they can be converted into prizes,
Ah.
because they're not allowed to give you money for tokens either. However, next door to pretty much every pachinko hall in the entirety of Japan, there is a small store that specializes in buying small prize goods. So
Yeah.
basically, you trade in your 10,000 tokens and you get like 500 novelty lighters in a big box. And then next door is a store that has a sign out that says, "Buying novelty lighters will pay well." And that's how,
Sponsored
yeah.
by the Pachinko Halls?
No. They just have the same owner and same employees. They're not really related anyway. Yeah, so that's basically how they get around it. And more often than not, that little store has some connection to a to the local criminal organization to make sure that everything proceeds according to plan.
And according to Skeleton, you can trade tokens for groceries.
Yeah, that depends on where you are, really. And yes, of course, the prices themselves, of course, vary depending on place, where you are in Japan, and which neighborhood you are, if nothing else. Shit, I've heard at least one story of a place where you can that specialized in selling fish, and they had a pachinko division, so you could trade tokens for tuna.
So essentially, it's like a gaming hall for kids, where you get tickets and you trade them in for fabulous prizes.
Exactly. Only it's for only it's for adults instead. Let's see. Is that actually how we leave the game? Is the thing? Because I want to make sure that I'm not quitting the entire game. That I'm just quitting this game. Because it's also select to return to the title screen. Is the thing. And generally, it's very difficult to know exactly which one it means.
Now cash out for your fabulous prizes.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I will be able to do so, and that it didn't just randomly hop me out to the main menu. Ah, there we go. Oh wow, that was a wonderful camera angle, thank you very much. Right, prize exchange. So, what can you give me? I have some tokens, and I want to convert them into glorious prizes. Right, we can get a bronze plate.
Go next door and get an Abra.
Yep. Yep. This, though. See this trophy? It's a trophy in the game to get this trophy. Yep.
I know meta is kind of overused, but that's a little meta.
Yep, and the trophy model is also used in the trophy section of your system later to represent the trophy that you got for getting the trophy.
Here, have a trophy for getting a trophy. Also, the trophy is a trophy.
Let's see, and pachinko balls can also be exchanged for a trophy, and, well, as you'd realize, you can just hop onto a machine, back in, off, and keep just buying tokens or balls until you can actually get the trophy anyway.
But why would you do that? That's stupid.
Yeah, why would you do that?
And a waste of money for freaking pachinko balls.
Loving them balls. Let's see, I think that we've done pretty much everything except fishing, actually.
Let's go fishing!
Let's go fishing
for
indeed.
pachinko balls.
If you actually manage to snag and pull up a pachinko ball without it falling off the hook, I am throwing myself to the ground in respect of your fishing skills. Seriously. Oh shit.
But you also have to balance
Who's
it
fighting?
on the tip of the hook.
Wells Dragon Hunter. Who the hell is that guy?
Japanese Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Send off our various prizes. And then we'll head over to the cab and take a ride down to the docks.
Are those Super Monkey Ball monkeys?
Yep, it's I picked him up in the crane game. Got 2 of them in 3 attempts.
Nice.
Yes, since Masco's asked this question, he would like to know how Dead Souls compares to the other Yakuza games.
Well, first of all, Dead Souls is not canon. And secondly, you use almost exclusively firearms and explosives throughout the entire game. There are only, I think, 2 sections in the entire game where you actually use your fists. Alright, let's buy some bait.
But Dead Souls also has cross-dressing daiki, or Daito.
Yep.
Well,
And no
technically,
one
there was
can-
also cross-dressing in the first Yakuza.
Yeah, but this was just so beautiful. Disturbing, but beautiful.
2,000 yen worth of lobster to fish with. I don't really get it. Well, let's just
The
buy
fishy
some random bait.
monster.
It's been ages since I did a fishing minigame. Let's see what actually happens here.
Just gonna steal that fishing rod.
Actually, the guy sitting there is his rod, and it says you can borrow it if you like.
Oh, that's nice.
Alright, let's see. R1 rig is in, L1 land slack. Tilt left and right with the fish's movement and up down to raise or lower the pole. I bet there's a lot of fish over there. Kiryu, why do you have some sort of strange magical sense of where fish are? That makes no sense.
He's got a sonar.
He is a living human sonar, apparently. Right, let's go for that fish. There we go. Yeah! Uria indeed.
I honestly never knew you could actually get those kinds of perks when you decide to join the Yakuza.
Yeah, they have a bunch of
Well,
benefits.
you know.
You can even get pachinko cheating sense.
Press X!
His brain is augmented.
It wouldn't surprise me, this is Kiryu we're talking about. Shit.
Yeah, he
Come
does
on, you
kind of
bastard.
look like Travis Touchdown, doesn't he?
He's probably Travis's dad, he just doesn't know it.
Well, he probably
Travis'
does, he's just
dad
simply
is-
too ashamed to admit it.
Travis's
Oh no,
dad
don't
is
be like
dead.
that.
That was his mom.
But can he be sure?
Yeah, he saw the chopped up corpse.
Oh well, that... Whoa, that was one ugly fish!
Oh god,
Look
that
at
is
this son of a bitch! Man, I
have
hope...
the hook going through it.
I hope that you're tasty, because you sure look like shit. Right, let's give it another try. Trophy! Get!
I'm honestly kind of worried that eating that thing would end up giving you some sort of rare disease.
Yeah. Jesus Christ! 100 meters? Kiryu, how did you even? The weight on the end is a freaking manila clam.
His arms are augmented.
Well, I know that he's probably the toughest almost 50-year-old in the world, but still. Also, I have to say that is one of the reasons I really like the Yakuza games, because the main character is like... It
Yeah,
isn't-
it did. Just refresh or something, guys.
The screen go black?
It's better for me. I just refreshed it.
Might just be Twitch acting up.
Or it's all because of that damn scorpion fish.
Oh god, it's so ugly!
You are being censored for displaying horrible, horrible material to minors. I wonder what we're getting this time.
It's putting up quite a fight.
It's a scorpion fish EX! It's twice as big, and it's got yellow spots on it.
And also spines. More spines. Spines
so
coming
ma-
out of its eyes.
Yeah, it has so many spines it can't even see where it's going. That's why it's being so terrible at fighting. Come on, you bastard. Hop on up. And the prize is... Whoa, look at that! Now this is more like it! Nice!
Whoa,
Sea
that's a big
bream! Man, sea bream is delicious.
Dear god, that thing's huge.
It is pretty big, yeah. Man, I like sea bream actually. It's a tasty fish.
No, we are playing as Kiryu. But Travis is already Japanese. Oh wait, no, he's Texan.
Yeah, actually, that is probably a good point. Kiryu is sort of the reverse Travis, because he's an older Japanese gentleman wearing an American shirt. He's honorable, he works hard, and he dislikes violence, but is incredibly good at actually fighting. Let's see, let's sell that fish. Oh, I'll give it 2,000 yen for that sea bream. Nice.
Alright, that'll just cover your stupid lobster.
I actually didn't buy a lobster.
Yeah, good.
Let's see, scorpion fish. Almost every part of this fish is edible, but you have to be careful of its venomous spines. Yeah, I figured as much. Sea bream though, man, sea bream is good fish. Keep 'em coming. Seriously, you don't actually fish, do you? You just sit there and buy fish off people who fish for you.
He's a fishmonger. Please tell me I get to drive more forklifts.
Actually, I noticed that in the free mode, the forklift actually stands around, so you can go and drive it whenever you like. There is also a bulldozer.
Beautiful. Can you run over the zombies with the bulldozer?
Yes, you can, and it was actually a trophy to do so.
Beautiful.
Alright, well, we're just about set, so let's save our game, and then we're going to switch to something completely different.
But not really.
Actually, I hope that the simulator I have lined up is very different from this, because... yeah. Well done.
I've seen so many forklifts of differing qualities in video games. It's ridiculous.
But only one can truly match up. This is the one in Forklift Simulator.
No, it was the one in Roosevelt's GTA 4.
Ah,
Because he set it
right.
to have no friction.
Oh dear. Yeah, I can understand what that would be amusing.
He also did
Oh.
the same with taxis and ambulances and police cars.
Yeah, Javelin,
Yes, Sergeant
I think
Javelin
the
did-
reminiscence is just simply cutscenes from the previous Yakuza games.
Actually, this is the first game in the series that doesn't have cutscenes from the previous games. It has extra cutscenes that are not actually available in the main game, and then you can rewatch all the cutscenes from this game. Why you would ever want to do that, I do not know.
Who knows?
Who knows? Well, in any case, Alpha Shining, thanks for joining me for the pre-stream, and thanks to everyone watching. I will be back in just a bit, and then we're going to be playing Bagger Simulator.
Oh god.
So get ready for some hardcore bagging.